In the astrology of November 6th, we have some very powerful energy today, starting with the moon in a triseptile to Pluto, moving on to moon in a quincunx with Pluto, and finally moon in a biquintile to Pluto. So we have a very strong urgency with the Leo moon into the Virgo moon to basically step into our inner authority, to step into our power, to actually bring things into the external, to no longer just feel them or wish them or hope for them, but instead to do something about those desires. So there's going to be a great deal of urgency and intensity in your spirit today. What makes this even easier is that Mars is now in a biseptile with Saturn direct. So all of a sudden the gates are open, this energy is flowing, things feel a bit easier, more attainable. We feel more connected to all of these things that may have felt, especially in the past 4 months, very restricted, very held back, very walled off in front of us. And so it felt like as we were trying so hard to move forward and to make progress that we basically had to climb on our hands and knees. Now, all of a sudden, we can stand tall, stand up, and to start walking forward, or just even start running forward, depending on the situation. Meanwhile, we have Mercury in Scorpio, and it reaches this quincunx with the North Node in Aries, and so this energy is basically, it's quickly shifting, it's quickly changing. So we've got the same maybe goals, the same ideas that we have had, but they're changing shape, they're changing form. So this is not a time to give up on your journey, but you might need to change the way that you're going about it. For Aries today, you're going to feel energized. You're going to feel a great deal of exuberance and intensity in your spirit, and to let that flow outwards, to not bottle it up, to not to waste this energy. Use this energy and put it towards something. Whereas Taurus, you are going to be feeling a great deal more balance. You're going to be feeling all of these shifting energies. Basically the dam breaks, the water's flowing out, and you are going to be stepping into this energy with a lot more relaxation, more balance, and more observation. For Gemini, you are called to sort between what must change and what can't change. For Cancer, you are going to be feeling a great deal of energy of turning joy into motivation, to turn joy and excitement into something realistic, something that you can actually move through. For Leo, you are called to stand tall and, most importantly, get ready to stand your ground. For Virgo, you get a sacred psychic insight into the past. So it's very important that you look over these memories that come up today through a new lens, and maybe reevaluate the entire story that either you've been telling other people or telling yourself about kind of where you're at and why you're in this place. For Libra, you are called not to give up on the journey, though perhaps to give up on the form that the journey has taken so far. Maybe not to give up on the journey, but to give up on the shoes that you were wearing when you started the journey. For Scorpio, you get an awakening of fire, an awakening of the warrior spirit. You might feel more defensive today, you might feel more extreme, so find useful ways to channel this energy into what it is that you need to do. For Sagittarius, today you are called to state what you want. Say exactly what it is you desire. You don't have to worry so much about focusing on convincing other people why you desire or deserve this. Just state what it is that you want. For Capricorn, much like Leo, but a little bit different, you are called to lay down the law. You are called to put down boundaries, to say what it is that you won't do, what it is that you do not desire. Aquarius, of course, you are called today to let go of the old, let go of the things that no longer make sense, that no longer fit your life, that no longer work within your relationships. And for Pisces, while it might feel a little bit silly, or maybe even, try not to be too critical about it, but things are going to feel really obvious all of a sudden. Things that felt so convoluted, confusing, and overcomplicated before suddenly seem very obvious as far as the direction that your life is taking. Thank you guys for tuning in today, as always, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.